Hey guys, I'm here in Van Nuys Airport with my buddy Joe.
How you guys doing?
You guys heard me talking about Joe in a couple of my videos over the, year and a half or so. So we're actually here at the 94th Aero Squadron having lunch, dessert, all that good stuff. I'm trying to get out to Vegas. So I called up Joe to say, hey, can you come over and chat a little bit? And we're going to have a quick 10-15 minute chat about what Joe's doing with his career, where he's been, all that good stuff. So I hope you guys enjoy. My first question for you, Joe.
Sure.
All right. How long you been flying?
So I've been flying for 3.5 years.
3.5 years.
Started in on May 2nd, 2015. That was my first flight school date. And the last truck ride that I took was my multi-commercial on May 19th, 2018.
Man, you got those dates down pat, don't you?
I do. I remember every check ride date. They were the most stressful days ever. But
yeah.
I passed them all, and I'm enjoying my career right now.
Yeah, well, that's really cool. What ratings do you have?
So I currently have a commercial single engine, commercial multi-engine with an instrument rating.
Okay. And it took you a few years to get all that?
Yep, 3 years. I did Part 61.
All
Part 61, yeah. All
okay.
my flight schools were Part 61. I didn't go to any college for education, though I do have a bachelor's degree that's not related to aviation, though. All my training is all Part 61.
Okay. Where did you learn?
So, to get my private pilot license, I went to Long Beach Flight Academy in Long Beach, California, at the Long Beach Airport, Daugherty Field. And from May 2015 to November 2015, that was the length of my course. End of November, I got my private pilot certificate. I was excited, ready to go and fly. I remember my first passenger was my mother, and we actually went out to Santa Barbara for lunch in a 152.
In a 152?
Yep.
Man.
And then after that, I actually came here specifically at the Van Nuys Airport to get my instrument rating. And I also got hired at Signature Flight Support as a line guy a few years ago. So as I was in flight school, I was working as a line guy, making my connections, getting an income, and also being around the airport environment and learning as much as I can. To get my commercial single engine, I actually went back to Long Beach Flying Club. And then to get my multi, I went out to Midwest Corporate Air, where Dewey hosted me at his house for a week, and he helped me get my multi-engine rating.
Wow, that was an accelerated multi-engine course.
3 days.
I told Joe to come on out to Ohio. It was cheaper, and I let him borrow my car, and he stayed at my house and stuff. So it was really cool. He was gone all day from like sun up to dark every day, and
oh yeah,
but he got it done. So
yep.
So tell us a little bit about what's going on with you now.
So right now, most people after they get their commercial single or commercial multi, they go and become a flight instructor. However, that wasn't in my plan because of money. I didn't have too much money left remaining. Being a flight instructor, whether you're just getting your CFI or CFI II or MEI, it costs money. I didn't have that, so I wanted to be proactive. So instead, what I decided to do is become an aerial survey pilot. So I looked for low-hour pilot jobs on the internet, Airline Pilot Central, and multiple forums. So I found a low-hour company called Sandhills Aviation, and they do aerial surveying across the 48 contiguous states of the United States. And I got hired in June, and I've been flying for them ever since. And I'm enjoying my time, building a lot of flight time.
Are you? Okay.
Oh yeah.
Well, that's really cool. I flew skydivers to build up my flight time, and you're doing aerial surveying. There's other jobs out there. Tell me about these forums. I don't get on the internet and check job forums, but what forums are you talking about?
So I think the forum that I go on the most is Airline Pilot Central, and that's actually how I found Sandhills Aviation. There are people talking about it, and there are different sections of the forum. You can go to Part 91, low hour, you can go to crop dusting, Part 135, Part 121, you can go to the military, and each forum is dedicated to a particular subject that you can find information about.
All right. So what got you into flying? How old were you? Did you start, when you're a teenager knowing that you're into flying, or is it something earlier?
So I actually was interested in flying since the age of 2.
Okay.
I'm 27 now, so for the past 25 years, aviation has been at the forefront of my mind, and that was something that I focused on incessantly. So when I was 2 years old, I got on my first plane ride. It was on a Southwest flight, and I was hooked. From then on, it took a while, but when I started flight school at the age of 23, and I really just delved into that world right after college, and I'm now a full-time pilot.
Wow. I wish you guys were here to
That
watch
was
this.
amazing.
There's a G5 landing, and right beside it is a Cherokee 140 in formation landing on the parallel. You know, Joe's learned how to fly here and everything, and he's never seen 1.6 right. You believe that?
I have seen it.
No,
We
you
saw
fell
it
asleep.
I saw like 75% of it.
Yeah, more like 25%.
We watched it at his house.
He was
and,
tired.
I was tired from that day, and I think that was the day of my check ride.
Yeah.
That
So,
night.
did you ever get involved with model airplanes or anything like that?
So growing up, I did have a few model airplanes. I had a few toy military planes.
Yeah.
F-16, F-18s. And then I also had a few United Airline prop toys.
Okay.
I used to play with them, and I remember on the way from school back home, I would have the model airplane out the car window, and my mom was on the freeway, and I would just pretend that I'm flying. And every time I would go on a plane ride, I would always have the model plane, and I would always
Yeah.
practice it. There's even I would say a small airport setup, and every morning I would always beg my parents if they could play airport with me.
Man.
And there are days they would, and there are days they were tired too, but you know, they helped nurture my career. They helped out as best as they could, especially people like you and other pilots at different companies have helped me out with both advice, financially. So it's been a really good turn of events.
That's a question I was going to ask you. How did you fund all this? Because I'm sure being out here in Southern California, you're not getting a $70 airplane for rental.
No. I had to reach out for loans.
So you
Student loans, and I'm drowning in it, but I don't see it as a waste. I see all the debt that I've accrued from flight school and getting a college degree as an investment for a better future.
okay. Where do you see your next step from the aerial photography once you get the hours that I guess you want to get 1,500 hours, get your ATV,
Yep.
and then where do you want to go to next?
So after I get my ATP, I like to go fly for the regionals. I like the quality of life, the amount of hours you're flying, and the most important thing, I'll be flying bigger airplanes, more people to different locations.
Yeah.
And the pay is better too.
Well, you know the good thing about like flying with airlines and things, you'll be able to learn about CRM stuff that you
Yeah.
haven't really had opportunity to learn with crew aircraft. So
Yeah.
a lot of CRM, a lot of SOP procedures and things like that. So regionals, and after regionals, your final goal, I'm sure you want to be on an airline,
Yeah.
something like that, a major. And I would say that's a good step. Is there one particular that you would like to work for over the others?
For the airlines, definitely Delta.
Delta?
Yeah.
That sounds good. They'll get you there with care, I think is what they used to say
Really?
on their commercials.
Yeah.
You're probably a little kid when they were having those commercials. Well, I hope you get that. That'd be a great job to have. That's something
yeah.
I kind of wish I had. So,
Yeah.
well, I say this video is probably long enough,
Yeah.
or short enough. You guys can leave comments down below. Maybe write, and then Joe can read them and maybe answer them. I'll do the same. You guys can hit that like and subscribe button. But I'm gonna try to do this like once a week. I thought about doing a live video like I did about a week and a half ago with Chris and Cameron, but I didn't bring my tripod to do the live broadcast, and it would have been really good to have people interact with Joe and ask questions and things like that. But maybe next time I'm back out here, we can do a live broadcast, and all you guys that's interested, I can hopefully advertise it a few hours earlier so we can get a good group of people in here asking the questions, and then you can maybe answer a few of the questions people have concerns with and a little guidance. So I appreciate it, guys. Make sure you hit the like and subscribe, hit the bell notification. You can always reach out to me, leave comments down below, and until then, blue skies.
Peace out.